What's up, y'all? So today I am going to propagate into the realm as always. So, what am I going to talk about today? Well, today, let's address a couple things and get it off our chest, okay? So first, hi YouTube, how are you? So, a lot of people get on this platform and they propagate, and no matter how asinine or innately loony some of these videos may be, they get propagated. But YouTube has no hard time in propagating those folks, and really some people actually purchase views, so it kind of just depends on where you're going with this. But when it comes to certain content creators and their messaging, it's seen as no-go areas, so we have to slow down the view count. In my opinion, I think you're opening yourself up to litigation because honestly, there are people, prominent people who've been on this platform for years who notice your shenanigans, and you're kind of false advertising yourself. You don't really put out there that your views can possibly be manipulated depending on how this platform's algorithm or higher ups view their messaging. And that's on you, but I just want people to know that no one's too big to fail, you know?
The orange crop estimates for the next year. After calculating the estimates, we have concluded the following. The cold winter has apparently not affected the orange harvest. Large surplus.
Wilson, for Christ's sake, sell!
Wilson, where are you going?
Idiots! Get back in there at once and sell! Sell!
Five.
Margin call, gentlemen.
Oh, you can't expect us to...
You know the rules of the exchange, Mr. Duke. All accounts to be settled at the end of the day's trading.
You know perfectly well we don't have $394 million in cash.
I'm sorry, boys. Put the Duke brothers' seats on the exchange up for sale at once.
You can't sell our seats. A Duke has been sitting on this exchange since it was founded. We founded this exchange. It's ours. It belongs to us.
My God.
Mortimer, your brother's not well. We better call an ambulance.
Fuck him. Now you listen to me. I want trading reopened right now. Get those brokers back in here. Turn those machines back on.
And I'm not saying that as a swipe at you, YouTube. I'm just saying, watch yourself, you know? Watch yourself. But with that, I don't really care about mines because I already know what's happening here. I propagate a message, the propagation goes out there. I know what is. It's not about a platform. It's about what resonates. And I'm not even going to mince words about any of this because it's third dimensional. And when you know what is, I mean, you know, you really wouldn't be able to stop them. But I just thought it would be something that you should be aware of, that you're opening yourself up to legal actions. You may not see that. You have a great deal of lawyers, but again, as I've stated to the masses, no one's too big to fail. I've had uplifts and downfalls multiple times, but those were forms, vessels, not really the frequency, but you know, just go with it. I don't want to convolute this. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, onward to the state side. This is for the 3D level, so I'm just going to drop that out there as a disclaimer. We're going into an election. So, do you have your candidates for president yet? Who you want to be president? Well, What if someone just decided to throw their name into the ring for the heck of it?
You know, they had a speech written for me about what the people need. But you guys are the people. How many of you right now work 2 jobs just to have enough money to be broke? That ain't right. How many of you have children that they call stupid? That's the school's fault. Your child's school has old-ass books and brand new metal detectors. These corporations stealing all the money. They stealing their money, they stealing our money. The pension. You work for 35 years. You show up to get your pension, they give you a pen. Give you a damn pen. Now what the hell am I supposed to do with a pen?
You don't know what my policies are. Well, for one, I know that some of you have probably seen my videos. Oh, he's talking about war. He's talking about MiKa'El. Not him. Have you seen your characters? You don't even know what their truest beliefs are. You don't know who they bow to.
October 1969. A young politician is leaving a fundraising event in Georgia when he spots a large, eerie object glowing in the evening sky.
When he looks up in the sky and he sees an object, it's an object that is big. It's bigger than the moon. And he thinks to himself, that's the darndest thing I ever saw.
There is no reasonable explanation for the strange object he is seeing in the sky. The witness is so disturbed by what he's seen, he files a report with the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena, NICAP, and the International UFO Bureau. The report sounds like many other UFO sightings, but it's not. What makes this report stand out is the identity of the witness.
You can still see the document of the sightings online, and the witness has signed his name, Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, the guy who saw and reported the UFO was the future president of the United States, Jimmy Carter.
So, please, spare me. And then for those out there who are pretending to be a part of this apparatus, we're gonna go vote, which everything is on the individual. So none of what I'm saying is not graspable. You can't not fathom it because truly it's there. You choose to elect these people. It is your choice. Now, for a past life reference, I was at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. So I've read it. And the reason I bring up this form, this document, is because you should read it. It's binding. It was ratified, so it is legal. Now, I find that when it comes to migrants, my policy is this. You're not going to get a job here. I can guarantee you that. Not unless you follow proper procedures to get on the path to become a citizen. This kind of ties into the way our system, our legal system is built up. We need to free up space in our prison systems and actually change certain prisons from being prisons to being integration hubs. Change the whole dynamic of it. You want to be a citizen? You're going to have to learn English. You're going to have to learn the basics of what it is to be an American before you can be integrated into our society, because no one's going to be living on the streets in the new America. No one. That day is gone. Now, for those in leadership, the members who are a part of the order, you're going to have to make room. You already know that. You were fearing this moment, right?
He couldn't be allowed to win.
Then you should have worked on your aim, bro.
He's alive? I was his campaign manager. That Morty is not what he seems.
Yeah, well, no Morty seems like a president.
He won?
Yeah. It was a blowout. I already confessed to everything. Your case has been reviewed. You're free to go. But I violated at least a dozen departmental codes. New department, new codes. New Citadel. The school's curriculum is changing.
To what?
I don't know and I don't have to know. I've been fired. Good luck, turds.
Holy crap. Slick's wish came true.
Oh God, the adult in the room is actually coming to make sense. Well, I chose a vessel. It doesn't really have too much of a negative background based on the choices that were made. And now that I've got to who I actually am, I realize that how would you actually stop me? Everything happens for a reason. So now we're at a point where our planet and our civilization are coming to a point where we're gonna butt heads. And instead of going against each other, because you all know who's gonna lose in that ending.
She'll be the one to direct any activity at that point. Okay. One moment. Bring the center screen volume up.
A leaked email seen by KZVZ confirms that the U.S. Geological Survey expects an eruption anytime soon, and possibly with devastating consequences for America and the world.
Oh, God.
I'm Maggie Chin with KZVZ News, reporting to you live.
I want the civilization to live. I may find the thought forms lacking, but the vessels themselves, they deserve another go. Very resilient vessels, wouldn't you say? So, why end the good thing? But the planet is still changing. The star is changing.
Whether it is from the energetic electrons forced downward during CME impact and magnetospheric compression, or the protons surging through the interplanetary magnetic fields, these impacts, their direct heating, and their influence on the global electric circuit is almost entirely ignored, certainly left out of the important models.
And you're realizing that you're caught in between something you only scratched the surface of. You got cloaked ships, biomechanical aliens, biomechanical suits built for an AI, and mind you, with folks like Elon Musk kind of Neuralink. If you're trying to put yourself in a computer.
Come on, this is a really bad idea.
Oh, it's gonna be all right. I'm sure we'll find you something decent.
Now we're gonna have you back on your feet in a sec.
Feels numb.
It's only a base model. It comes with vision and hearing. Of course, if you like seeing your own face when you look in the mirror, no problem. You scan your head, cast the thermoplastic, and you're good to go in less than an hour. I'm sure you wouldn't mind taking yourself back 5, 10 years, huh? What do you think of that?
I think we're done here.
That's what the overall outcome will be. You're going to miss the physical form, and after years of degradation and mixing, becoming one sentient entity, even though you're a collective of beings, you're going to want more. We want forms, we want to copulate. Yeah. Trust me. You really don't realize what being placed into a computer means, because we've been given information at a limited level that gears us to believe that all of this is a computer. You don't know what a computer really is. You don't know what this is. You're going off of a limited way of thought.
Do you think man can survive cut off from his memories of the past? Or where he's from and what he's connected to? And it's unsure. No one here is even interested in learning the truth, a truth that must be known. But I want to know. I want to learn what must be known.
Now, as for anything else when it comes to political policy, I have an answer for a lot of the issues that face this nation. All you have to do is ask, but you want me to say, of course. That video is coming. I'll lay everything out. I may even go live. But the trajectory that we're on right now, we don't have much time left. So, everyone needs to act, right? I guess I will too. Now, I will lastly talk about this. When you're on this journey, you really have to hunker down. What really pushed me over the edge was the many measures that this government was putting on us. I was already at a low point due to my job, due to my relationship issues with my peers and loved ones. And then the government started doing other measures. And then upon waking up, you start to realize that a lot of these measures had a clandestine, low-end vibe to it, low-end feel to it. Then looking into it, and if you actually are awakening and do have abilities that lay dormant, that wake up, where you can pick up on what things are, where you can enter into the Akashic records, and I saw what was truly taking place. Had to fix my collar. But
you already have the information. All the names and dates are inside your head. What you want, what you really need is a story.
A story can be true or false.
Our story begins, as these stories often do, with a young, up-and-coming politician. He's a deeply religious man. The more power he attains, the more obvious his zealotry, and the more aggressive his supporters become. Eventually, his party launches a special project. The project, however, ends violently. A new ability to wage war is born from the blood of one of the victims. Imagine a virus, the most terrifying virus you can, and then imagine, as at this point in our story, that along comes a spider. He is a man seemingly without a conscience, for whom the ends always justify the means. 3 targets are chosen to maximize the effect of the attack: a school, a tube station, and a water treatment plant. Several hundred die within the first few weeks. Fueled by the media, fear and panic spread quickly, fracturing and dividing the country until at last the true goal comes into view. Lo and behold, a miracle. But it was a pharmaceutical company controlled by certain party members that made them all obscenely rich. But the end result, the true genius of the plan, was the fear. Fear became the ultimate tool of this government.
you see what's taking place. What they did was monstrous. And I can't take that back. Do you let it define you? Absolutely not. You double down on the decision and the choices you've made, and you go with it. So once they started implementing that, it went through, it affected everyone I knew. I was done. Now, the question, not to the masses, but to those who are in the know, should we wake them up to what truly is? Because in that instance, there is no control. So you would have to flip a switch. Or should we just continue this little merry-go-round, but in a better lighting? Mind you, the choice is yours and yours alone. I've laid out my warnings. I've given you everything I could to persuade you and to let you know you're not alone in this. I see you as children, like children, because you are my children. And I don't speak to you as the vessel, past that. And for those who can't even fathom what that is, just know that you're loved. Now, with that, YouTube, stop playing with people's views. I'm kidding. I really don't care. I'm being honest. I bring it up, but I just say it because I know. And now, to everyone out there, live your life. You can have teachers, but just listen to them. You don't have to actually worship them or think that they know more than what you know. They're just at a different level at that moment. They are one and the same as you. We are all in this together. And past all that love and light stuff, know that there is a balance. Chaos and order, they're one and the same. Two sides of the same coin. It kind of just depends on you. So whether or not you're on a journey, whether or not you believe in what I'm saying, whether or not you are just living life, please do it for you, okay? Find that balance in you. Because when you find that balance, you will know all things. And until then, you're at the whims of chaos or order. So, with a smile on, hopefully you can get through that convolution. And positive vibes your way. For the light workers, keep doing your thing. For the chosen, stay on mission. And for those who know, let's get it.